I want to start this episode with a question. When you picture the typical comic book fan, who do you see?
The condition of the comic book after you've handled it.
And you're wrong.
Worst impression ever.
Look around. Notice anything?
The number of women in the industry has exponentially gotten larger.
Women make up the bulk of the audience that has been buying comic books.
I think we have the most female subscribers right now than we've ever had.
Boston particularly has a huge female presence. It's really encouraging to see that.
I think this guy sums it up best.
Women are finally getting the respect that they never really had before.
I'm Wes Hazard. I'm a comic here in Boston, and a lifelong geek. But what does it really mean to be a geek? There's a lot to explore.
The Secret Worlds of Boston Comic-Con, presented by your New England Chevy dealers.
So Boston, as I've learned, has a super comic book community. And one of the biggest belongs to Somerville's Kamikaze. Hanging out there right now is a fierce foursome known as the Ladies of Kamikaze.
There's this idea of the comic book nerd
basement dweller
that I don't think exists anymore.
I am sort of known as being the geek in the office. For a long time, nobody really got it. You know, we like to share the things that we're really passionate about and connect with other people who feel the same way. We found a group of women who did role-playing games. Like, you don't, when you think of like a typical group of people who are playing like D&D, right? A lot of times people think of like, you know, men doing that. But the fact of the matter is that that's not really the case.
I think retailers now get it, especially Kamikaze gets it. And we've all been coming here for years and years and years.
There are women out there who are buying their product and enjoying their product.
I never mind being the expert on something. They may regret asking, but
for me, it's really like, this is who I am. So you're either gonna accept it or not.
And there are a lot of women who come here. There are a lot of women who work here. One of the things we want to do is open that up and find other women to take part in the events that we do.
Now you're seeing women just putting their foot down and saying, we're just as good as you.
Take Caitlin Kitteridge, the renegade writer behind Coffin Hills.
They grew up reading stuff like Stephen King and H.P. Lovecraft and all this really great like New England horror tradition. A lot of it's very male-centric and male-oriented, and I really just wanted to write a story like that with a kick-ass like female lead. You do have to be aware of the male privilege. You do have to be aware of the gendered aspects of the society that you're writing about. You do have to kind of keep that in the back of your head. Same if you're writing, you know, if you're a woman writing from a woman's perspective, you do. I wanted to do, you know, feminist Stephen King, basically.
There's a portion of the geek community that has been thrilled that superheroes have become popular, that people love them, arms wide open. And there's a portion of the geek community, white male, that has felt the whole thing as being a tremendous threat to their identity, and they aren't just nasty. They're guilty of verbal assault.
No, this can't be true. You know, women don't like comics. Women like shoes and dresses.
You know, for the longest time, your protagonist was a white straight dude, which is great for white straight dudes. But growing up an Arab American guy questioning his sexuality, I was always kind of like, it would be nice to see somebody else. And now there are so many somebody elses.
The whole notion of the nerd or the geek is the person that's pushed out and excluded.
Yeah. Growing up geeky in our childhoods was not a cool thing.
Yeah.
We were the outsiders.
Yeah. We can't turn into the assholes that pushed us out and marginalized us.
Yeah.
Being a geek means you accept and you bring people in. We need to grow up.
Accept everybody.
Accept everybody.
We like the shoes and dresses in the comics.
It's not just, you know, boys who are into comics. It's not just white people who are into comics.
You know, it's not a boys' club. It's not a girls' club. It's for everyone. And so step aside, because here we come.
I hope we won't even be having this discussion anymore in 20 years, quite frankly.
Plugs. Don't miss the fierce Doctor Who and Guardians of the Galaxy actress Karen Gillan and the powerful female stars from CW's Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow at Boston Comic-Con August 12th to the 14th at the Seaport World Trade Center.
And this year we're actually doing a panel on food and fandom. So we will be there, we think on Sunday, we're not totally sure yet.
And of course, you can check out my book, Questions for Terrible People, dropping October 1st, available now for pre-order on Amazon.com. I'm Wes Hazard. Catch you on the flip side.
Come check out the award-winning lineup of tech-savvy Chevy vehicles on site at Boston Comic Con August 12th through the 14th. To purchase tickets and for more information, go to bostoncomiccon.com.